You might tell to yourself, enough. I just want to become disciplined and be that person that I always wanted to be. You might really want to change something now and forever, but you always fail in the attempt. I often read and hear these kind of comments a lot. I genuinely hate being lazy. I really do. But I'm too lazy to do absolutely anything about it. Another one, my laziness is making me feel depressed. After a whole day, when I looked back into what I did and I realized I haven't done anything good for my life, I feel so sad. But I feel better when I realize I'm not the only lazy one. Or I'm not lazy, I'm just on energy saving mode. Or something like, well, this is so strange. Both of my parents are workaholics and I cannot even get up from my chair and go to bed at night. Or I hate feeling lazy, but I can't just help it. But of course you cannot help it, because it's not about forcing yourself to do more and more things when you cannot even find the motivation to do that. It's all about to go deep down to the root cause of the problem. But this is something not even 5% of the whole population are willing or mentally ready to do. This is why most people live and will always live trapped into their lazy mode lifestyle and their mind limitations. Next time your parents tell you you are too lazy, tell them it's their fault, but that you will do as much as you can to fix what they in first place did wrong. These are the most contundent consequences of carrying a bonded inner child. You live on a constant state of laziness and demotivation. Your inner bones are slowly but surely bleeding, and they are draining your vital energy on a daily basis. It's like an invisible poison that over time spreads everywhere, and literally it's lethal for your mental health. You can see this as a gradual damage to a residence. Just as humans, buildings are a complex structure. Behind the walls and beneath the floors, there's wiring, pipes, cooling equipment, heating equipment. However, we can't see them. We only observe the walls, the carpets, and our possessions. If you do not inspect and maintain these systems in your home, there might be underlying issues. Often, gradual damage is only noticed when you see the physical evidence of it, but the damage has happened over time. An example of gradual damage might be mold. One day you may wake up and notice mold on the roof of your bedroom. With some easy actions, this could have been easily prevented, but now that you see this alarming consequence, you can act on it and you can do something to solve it, or you can just sit and wait and wait and wait. If you don't do anything about it, you can end up with a respiratory infection, and if you don't do anything about it, then things will get worse and worse, quicker and quicker. This whole scenario of gradual damage happens to people too. The problem is that quite often as humans we try to avoid to see and fix these issues at all costs. All this gradual worsening of your inner self depletes your energy levels until reaching depression. So for example, you will be super motivated to change all habits and implement new routines. But just after a few days or weeks, you always tend to fall back into your old patterns and you just lay all day long in bed, or at least that's the only thing you feel like doing, which also results in not taking care of yourself. That is a harmful and exhausting cycle. You might really want to change something now and forever, but you always fail in the attempt. And you just feel like falling deeper and deeper. You might tell to yourself, enough. I just want to become disciplined and be that person that I always wanted to be. But let me tell you this, you cannot create joyful, long-term healthy habits when you are broken. Another consequence of having an inner bonded child is the lack of knowledge. It really sucks when you have a mother or a father who don't talk much to you and who don't teach you anything. You will grow up having no idea of what's going on around you. The thing is that absent parents do not provide the right tools the kids need to face the world. Maternal or fraternal bonds are spiritual bonds. When you get rejected by your mother or your father, it cuts so deep that it goes far past your emotions. It doesn't just break your heart, it breaks your spirit. That is just the raw truth. Soul murder is the term of what narcissists do to their kids. Unresolved childhood trauma or unmet needs can manifest in various ways in adulthood. Difficult in forming or maintaining relationships, low self-esteem or low self-worth, self-sabotage behaviors, anxiety, depression, or other mental health challenges. Another consequence of carrying a bonded inner child is that when you have your own kids, you will probably overdo on parenting. You will probably promise to yourself that you will never be the way your parents were with you. I will be everything they weren't. Healthy, loving, genuine. I want kids more than anything, just to be the mom I wished I had. I think it's pretty common on these girls that have been through a dysfunctional childhood to try so hard to become the best mom ever. But the thing is that if you are doing the exact opposite that your parents did with you, then you are doing just as bad as them, but in the opposite direction. Neglect can be as bad as overparenting, so the whole point is to try to achieve a healthy balance. When you experience a dysfunctional childhood, you need to go through the process of reparenting yourself if you want to live a much better adulthood, if you want to have a much better quality of life. Reparenting is a very complex and painful process, but it really is worth the effort because it will bring amazing benefits for you and absolutely everybody who surrounds you. Just to recap, let me go super quickly through the main benefits of reparenting. Improved self-awareness and self-understanding. Healing of old bonds and traumas. Development of healthier coping mechanisms. Have better quality of relationships and better interpersonal skills. Increased self-love and self-compassion. Become a way better parent for your kids. Reparenting is a powerful tool for personal growth. By addressing the needs of our bonded inner child, we can achieve a much joyful and balanced adult life. I got to divide this whole topic in 3 different parts. Please click here to find the best actionable solutions for a bonded inner child.